Each of the men Kyle is walking towards were invited into his life to mentor him by meeting with him about 3 times over the course of a year and discussing godly ideas they wish someone had told them when they were a teen. What is Heart of a Nation?
Hello, my name is Nick Skriloff, and I am here to talk about Heart of a Nation. Heart of a Nation is a Christian-based organization dedicated to helping parents and youth implement a dynamic, individualized rite of passage in the life of their youth. This is called a year of blessing or a Christian bar mitzvah. In the next 7 minutes, I would like to show you how it works and how you can get involved. Holistically, we want the champion, usually the parent, and the son to ask the question, what does it mean to become a godly young man?
Why are we doing this?
The problem is that it can be hard to raise a teenager to become the person God wants them to be. It can be really hard these days. You know, in a former job, I was a rocket scientist. But after raising a teen, it is harder to raise a teen. Many times I found myself asking the question, what can I do to help ensure my boys will turn out the way I believe God wants them to? Sometimes you can almost feel helpless. Well, that is where the Heart of a Nation Year of Blessing helps answer the issue.
The statistics of why.
The second part of the why is the statistics are grim. The Rainier research estimates that 70% of young people leave the church by age 22. Barna Group argues that the figure increases to 80% by age 30. The Southern Baptist Convention, America's largest denomination, recently observed that the growth in their churches is failing to keep up with the birth rate. Taken together, these findings suggest a startling fact. Not only are we failing to attract young worshipers, we're not holding on to the ones we have. There are 6 steps to the Heart of a Nation Year of Blessing process. I'm going to go through each one. Step 1 is that the champion and the youth agree to go through the program and they understand the commitment they're making. The champion, the time requirement is about 2 hours a month, and for the youth it's about 4 hours a month. But these are done, this is where you're doing some good, meaningful, fun activities as well. So first, the Heart of a Nation Year of Blessing is designed primarily for boys, but girls can go through it as well. The next question is, when is it time to start this program? When the boy starts puberty and starts to have more longer-term thoughts and he's just not so childish and goofy. You see, God has set an amazing bodily transformation in place, saying it's time to think less like a boy and more like a man. The champion's got to agree to manage the process, and the youth agrees to be engaged in the process. If those are not there, it will fail. You see, boys are asking, what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a godly young man? They have a hunger to know. You know, in Proverbs 22:6 it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not turn from it. You know, it's interesting that way is about, there's a bent, there is a way for that child. There is the identity and destiny that God has given that child. And we need to give them a taste. That's what the word means also. Give them a taste for the goodness, because our youth are hungry for validation. And we need to give them a diet of godly stuff, so that's good stuff and not junk food. The second step is the Preparing for Adolescence retreat between the champion and the youth. The goal of the Preparing for Adolescence retreat is to go someplace fun and do 2 things. First, listen to James Dobson's Preparing for Adolescence 6 CD set. And 2, come up with at least 3 to 6 men who both the champion and the youth agree would be good mentors. My sons and I went to this indoor water park about 2 hours away. We would put in the CD, we would listen to it, something seemed important from either of us, we would pause it and we would talk. The CD set covers peer pressure, inferiority, sex, versus love versus infatuation, and identity. You see, the champion then works with the 3 to 6 mentors that they came up with to negotiate who can do it, because not all of them will be able to. And then the youth sends out a really nice invitation to each of the mentors who have verbally accepted. The mentors commit to meeting for 2 lunch-type meetings and 1 special event like a baseball game, plus doing a meaningful gift at the end of the program, which is a year of blessing ceremony. Step 3. Mentors cover the 21 topics. You will receive a notebook with 21 topics in it. They will also be in audio form. These are the topics that if I were to die and pass away, that my sons would have to know. For example, how to deal with money, how to read the Bible, how to deal with conflict, what is worship, how to deal with pornography and the opposite sex. Simply, the champion then has the received invitations from the mentors, and they have the 21 topics, and the champion assigns the topics to the particular mentors, and the boy then begins to meet with each of the mentors 2 or 3 times. The key for the mentor is to build a stronger relationship with the youth and talk about their own life experience about that assigned topic. There's so much good information in the 21 topics. There'll never be a lack of good information to talk about. Let me tell you, it was great to have men of all walks of life sharing their lives with my sons. About 3/4 of the way through the program, the youth needs to complete a service project and then do the wilderness experience. The service project involves doing something positive for someone else, like organizing a performance for a nursing home, raising funds for an orphanage, landscaping and improving a single mother's yard. The wilderness experience needs to be at least 3 hours in the woods by themselves, reflecting on what they have learned. Step 5, the blessing ceremony. The blessing ceremony is the culminating ceremony where all the mentors come and bring their meaningful gifts. The boy recites the gospel, and he literally crosses a finish line from one side of the room to the other. When he crosses the finish line, he's prayed for by his champion and the mentors. He's lifted in his chair and paraded around the room. See, this marks the point where he is seen as a young man. We're not saying he's fully a man, but he has reached a milestone in his life. Step 6, it's not something to do, it's something to receive. It is the transformed youth. Once your youth has gone through this program, and I've seen the delectable fruit that comes from it, there is a high chance that he will be changed and it will affect his life. You see, there's so many people out there who have goodwill toward your youth and toward youth in general. They know that the statistics are bad, that many are leaving the church, and that they do need a unique identity and destiny. And so I hope that as you've listened to this, that you're inspired to think about doing this program, because it is awesome to see.
Would you not want to see your son go through a program like this?